So I'm scrolling through social media, and there's a girl I know who I actually used to have a physical relationship with. Post a provocative picture, right?
Oh.
So I see it. I'm like, oh, she looking good. Hit like, boom. Don't think nothing else about it. Some hours go by. Later on, she DMs me like, hey, how you been? Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, we can have a conversation, whatever. She then tried to talk me into buying her OnlyFans, Nick.
Oh my God, bro.
I was like,
Like I had firsthand experience on
it's like, you know, I respect the hustle, but nah.
Why-
You
why-
sure? Because
yeah.
there's more where that came from.
Why-
No, ma'am. I'm good. I don't want
Why
to.
go smell food at the buffet when you already ate?
Exactly. So I was just like, you really think like, no, I hope you're successful with that, but I'm not paying shit. Even if I hadn't had a physical relationship with her at one point in time, I still
no yes, though.
nah, I'm good. I'm sorry. You ain't getting no OnlyFans, nothing.
On a quick interjection with OnlyFans.
Ain't nobody find enough for me to do that.
Well, I think that the way OnlyFans are successful is if it's somebody, like right now, say like locally, if some hot chick started one, I feel like a lot of people would like locally join it, being like, oh, well, like, you know, just because of the whatever the
mistake they've always wondered.
Yeah, exactly. But pornography is literally just a quick click away. Anything like millions upon millions of videos and photos.
It's like if you pay for porn at this point, it's a donation.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart.
You might as well just make a GoFundMe.
Yeah, like you're doing it because you like have it's sentimental value at this point. You want to help that person.
Yeah.
Okay, so peace and blessings, kings and queens. My name is Jaquan Davis.
And I am Nicholas Fletcher.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of... This is episode 21, by the way. Our show is legal.
Yeah, 21. Well, it's been legal.
Whatever.
They can drink.
You did. Y'all gonna get pregnant from kissing. You are now tuned into another episode of the Young Old Heads podcast, the hip hop. We decided on adjacent hip hop adjacent podcast where we talk about a little bit of everything and a whole lot of nothing. I don't think we even really have any hip hop topics today.
We actually don't today.
So that's fine. Whatever.
Oh, well.
All right.
Well, we do. We'll talk about what's going on.
Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So how was your week, sir?
Do you want to start with your week?
My week was fairly uneventful, just work and stuff. You know, unfortunately, it sucks because it was like just a week ago. But a couple of my coworkers, two of the hardest coworkers I have, they lost their brothers and they lost their dad this past week. So it's weird, man, because these two guys never miss any work, and they've been gone. They were gone the whole week, rightfully so, because you know. And so my condolences to them. My condolences to them, gentlemen, especially today. Today's got to be rough for them. So. So, but other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, my son had baseball and all that good stuff. It's been really hot.
Oh man, it's been
it was
hot outside.
It was 97 the other day, and I know some people like in certain places be like 97. We got 115. It's like okay, but that's like another level of extreme heat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's nothing too out of the ordinary. A good week. You know, mostly uneventful.
So for me, as you know, and some of you listening may know, I've had me a good old rap battle this week with another local MC. There's a lot of history here. I don't need to go super into detail there, but it's a local rapper who I was really good friends with for like the better part of like 15 years. Like I've known like back when I like was early on in my career, and him also. And just a dude who, very two-faced, I feel like, and I mean, two-faced is like a disrespectful way to put it, but he just plays both sides.
Both sides of the fence.
He's best friends with everybody and also enemies at the same time, kind of thing. So just based off of some interactions we had recently, I decided to diss him. And I felt like my diss got a pretty good response, and then he responded and actually surprised me. I was very surprised.
Yeah, it was very good, man. Because you actually sent me some of his other songs. I was not impressed, but that response track was very well done.
Yeah, I think so too. So, so he did that, and then I recorded my response to that, which I feel like really.
It's like what no like we're done here.
Yeah,
Like
so,
it's
yeah.
like
So I
if you
came
do
to-
another one, it's like, bro, stop swinging. He's already dead.
You killed him. Yeah,
Oh,
no.
gosh.
And with that, it was funny because with like we'll say round one, my diss and then his. I've explained this before to people in the past, but like, is somebody who really enjoys battle rap, and I feel like you'll understand this. My first like go at somebody, like my first initial attack, I'm giving you like 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not giving you because I there's always that chance for rebuttal
It's like a feeler, like you're checking the temperature.
exactly. Yeah,
like,
so I go out there, and I feel like my second diss, my response really like was where I came out swinging. So I'm curious to see where he goes because he seems like he's hungry right now. He seems like he lit a fire. So kudos to him there. So, and I'm one of those people also with rap beef, man. A lot of people take it hyper serious. I love battling so much. I could be your best friend and like battle. Like it's to me, and he could hate me as much as he wants, and I'll be like, whatever, bro. To me,
Bro,
I'm enjoying having a good this a good competition. Like this is probably one of the first battle raps I've ever been in to where. Not to sound too egotistical, but it's not like I was ever going.
You're very egotistical.
Yeah, I know,
you
but
can't not.
well,
you can't hide
again,
it.
you could be a great rapper and just trash at battling.
That's true. Yeah, and
exactly.
the opposite is
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, I mean, you can be good at battling, but not be good at like songs and
songs.
concepts and
then
stuff.
vice versa.
So you know.
Yeah, no, but one thing, I'm kind of like side eyeing a bunch of my peers here locally now, because for a long time I think that I built myself up to whatever stature I'm at in the local scene, and I did it kind of ignorantly at times. A lot of ego, a lot of dick swinging. Yeah. So, but with that, and probably rightfully so, I think some people within the local scene who have some disdain for me, and now I'm really starting to see it because I share my music. I mean, I put out a project every year, sometimes two, and just crickets from a lot of like the local music people here.
Yeah,
like
but everybody had something to say with the diss track.
Yeah, but then I post his diss track because I shared his diss and was like, hey, what do you guys think? And all those people hopped on and were like, oh, he did good. And I'm like, yo, and where were you at? Like, just in general, in my entire career, because that's one thing, like the dude St. James who I'm battling, I wish him well. I hope this fire stays lit for like.
It's just,
continuing.
bro. I think it's what you're saying probably has a lot to do with it, but you got to think conflict definitely. Stirs
controversy.
Interest, so
bro, it's hilarious. My every diss track I've dropped on like YouTube, always my fastest rising songs and the ones that always get the most views, most interaction. And then I'll go drop some like super deep conscious shit and just crickets. So,
more of the diss.
Yeah. So
but get out of here with that.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes. I'm sure he will respond. I don't really think. I mean, it would depend on what he said in his next response, but I don't think I have to respond again. I think my second diss.
It's pretty hard. It's like It's similar to like how I said how Eminem had to beef with Benzino back in the day when he dropped Nail in the Coffin. It's like, bro, what can you say now? Like, what can you possibly say now? Like, he just have to get wild disrespectful, like to the point of
and I have no interest in going too far. So
So anyway, you drug that on because you fucking like it.
Anyway, so next topic, we'll just move on. You dropped your Mentos.
Oh no, my Mentos.
The
Fresh maker.
Right,
bro, I used to hate the Mentos commercials where like they'd be in a weird situation, then they pull out Mentos
and everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
Yes, right.
One of them pissed me off. The dude, his mom, he was in the mall with his friends, and his mom's like, "Hey, Josh," or whatever his name was. And he's like running from her, and then he pops a Mentos and like, "Oh, I'll just get on the escalator." And she's like, "Josh," and I'm like, "You did all that to get away from your mom? You trash,
and all that,
bro."
like the Mentos was what gave you the idea to
exactly. Or the dude who, the one I'll get off of this, but this popped in my head too. There's one where a guy wears the suit and he goes and sits on a bench, and somebody was like in the middle of painting the bench white, so it's like wet paint, and he's sitting there like, "Oh, I done ruined my suit." And then he pops a Mentos, and then he's like, "Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll roll." He starts rolling on the bench, and then all of a sudden, his suit's like pinstriped perfectly. No, that wouldn't have worked like that. But okay. Anyway, so today is June 20th, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day,
Happy Father's Day,
everyone
Happy
out there.
Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to you. Father's Day.
Father's Day. God,
Happy
you are egotistical. It's Father's Day.
I'm greater than you. So, happy Father's Day. We want to talk a little bit about what fatherhood means to us.
Yes.
So if you would like to get the things
Okay,
rolling.
I'll start. So,
Did you cry when your kids were born?
Yeah, bro. So
I shed tears when my son was born.
so-
I was just overwhelmed with joy.
so both my kids, Atlas in particular, there's actually because when Hannah was born, nobody, like, it was just Felicia and I and the doctor and the nurses. But for Atlas, we had what's called a doula, and it's like a person who's can help like the mom through pregnancy and kind of give her tips on like breathing
Y'all
techniques.
seem like the type of people that would do that sort of thing.
It worked well, but the doula, fortunately, while Atlas was like during like the actual birthing process, started taking pictures. And there's a specific picture of me watching and just tears down my face, and I'm just have my hands out just in like, and it's really cool because when I posted it, kind of did a photo dump of it, and people specifically went to that picture and was like, "Damn, like this captured like raw emotion." So
man.
I cried, and so for me, fatherhood, you know how. You hear before you have children, every parent tells you like, oh man, it's like a totally different world. Like you can't even explain it.
Absolutely.
You don't realize how true that is until you're a father.
Man.
Like, you really don't like,
you know what I think one of the biggest things with being a father and just being a parent in general, like you now have this living being who like is almost it I don't know how to put it into words, man.
They're
it's
an
like
extension of you.
They're an extension of you. But also, like, this person is a direct reflection of how fast time passed.
Oh, my God.
So, like, my son's 11. He's going to be 12
that's
in a few
wild.
months.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, like, it's just crazy to think. I was just wondering what life would be like when he was born. Now I can't picture life without him, bro. Like, you know,
and you got a
that's
cool
my
kid,
dude.
man.
That's my
JJ's cool,
dude, man. Shout out to you, JJ, if you're listening. Your daddy love you. But no, that's my guy, man. And it's crazy to, you know, just watch him learn and be a sponge and soak in everything.
That's probably my favorite part. So
and just little cute stuff
man.
like one thing, your son's adorable. He's still in that age where
he's wild,
he's a cute kid, but he always wants to fight me and put me in jail. But no, my son, one of the most adorable things I'll never forget when he was real young. He's probably like 2, maybe 2. Mm-hmm. Like, just the way his little brain worked, like, he would try to say things in plural, but he would add another syllable. Mm-hmm. Like, so a prime example, like, Daddy, are those your shoeses? Oh. I'm like, oh. Or he just told somebody, my daddy has stuffies. I was like, man, what? Yeah, I got stuffies, I guess.
A bunch of stuffies out.
Or then one time, he was a little bit older by this, but this still makes me laugh when I think about it. We were playing some video game. And he's like, I can't remember what it was, but whatever it was, one of the characters got eliminated. And he's like, Daddy, what happened to such and such? I'm like, oh, he got eliminated. He's like, oh, he went and got eliminated? Oh, okay.
He's right there.
Okay, yeah, he'll probably be back. It shouldn't take that long. But yeah, just I think watching them grow is the biggest thing, man. And I feel like being a father just awakened some willpower and some other things within me that I never thought I had, man. Like, you know, so
for me, I
definitely made me grow up.
I love with both my kids, and you mentioned it, is watching their personalities grow, the little quirks they get. Like Atlas is a good example. I mean, that you want to talk about like a little kid packed full of personality.
Oh yeah,
dude, he is wild. But like that day you showed up, and sometimes you have JJ with you, and sometimes not.
Yeah,
and you didn't have JJ, and you're walking in the house, and he goes, "Hey, where's my guy?" Where's my guy? Like, where's my dude, man?
It's just you?
Yeah.
Like,
and he's only 3 years old for him to be like, where's my guy?
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing, man.
It's funny how he tries to reason with you, too, when he's doing something ridiculous.
Yes.
Like that time he went to try to pee outside. You're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going potty.
Yeah. He went to go pee in the, like, backyard. And, like, he went out there to pee.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't go out there and then, like, played and was like, oh, I got to pee. He went out there to pee. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm just peeing. Like, you know, and mind you, guys, he's 3. So when he pees, he, like, just undresses himself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so he's at that age.
He just went in the backyard, and to him, his logic was like, what,
man? I'm just relieving myself. Like,
peeing out here.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's notorious for that. Like, I'll catch him climbing up on the counters, and I'll be like, dude, wait, what are you doing? He'll go, I'm just getting a snack.
Yeah, like relax, Dad. Like, I need to eat.
What's your problem, dude?
That's hilarious. No, I cut you off. You were about to say something, and I...
Just basically, man, it's so cool watching their little personalities. I think it's really beautiful too, especially like Felicia and I, seeing like what traits they get from like each
Yeah.
parent. So
Yep. Yep.
because Hannah and Atlas, I will say I'm a very quirky dude. I was always a
Yes.
wild kid. Big.
You are one of the most absurd human
very
beings
absurd.
I've ever known.
And-
And I get annoyed with you sometimes, man. I'm like,
I'm
bro,
a-
you still going,
Yeah,
bro? Stop.
I'm very aware of that. But yeah, my kids are just. I mean, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So
Right.
my favorite thing is like Hannah and Atlas will be in their rooms playing, and I'll just hear them, and I'll just sneak in and creep around the door. And watching them, and they're just weird, bro. They're weird, but I love it. But they're so strange, like the little exchanges they have, and I'm like, man, it's crazy. And then the last thing I'll conclude on, because it's hard to really put into words how like phenomenal like it is, but the fact that like two human beings met just by happenstance, like fate, whatever you want to call it, and created human life, like this, like like.
I always think, like, man, a series of events have to go a certain way in order for it to happen. That's life in general.
If you think about the roll of the dice, bro, like it's the odds are insurmountable. I mean, one little deviation in your life could have completely just sent in a whole another direction. It's just
that's wild to think about. But I'm with you on that, man. It's great to watch him grow. I feel like I definitely shed tears when my kid was born. I was in the room and I seen them hold him up over the sheet. He was a big baby too, but he was just the cutest little thing, man. And sometimes I just like to look through his pictures when he was real young and reminisce and stuff. But I'm a very proud father, bro. Like I don't.
no.
I feel like some people aren't for whatever reason.
I definitely
But that is part of me. That's my dude, man. He's got my name, and he's actually supposed to be born on my birthday.
Oh, really?
But for whatever reason he wasn't. But I guess he wasn't ready to come out the oven. I don't know, but yeah, man, it's just I'm very proud father.
Hannah was almost born on Biggie's birthday, and I was like legitimately, because Biggie's birthday is May 21st, and Hannah was born the 20th, and I was like telling Felicia, I was like, just make it to midnight. You can do this.
That's what. So what if she would have been? Then what? Like
then she.
What is your neighbor? Hannah Biggie Smalls Fletcher.
Hannah Biggie Smalls Fletcher. Hannah Christopher Wallace Fletcher.
Oh gosh, but yeah, I do want to conclude with I'm a very proud father, man. Fatherhood. My son was born when I was 20, so it definitely helped me grow up and
because that's where you're still a baby, bro. Because at 20 we probably felt like we were pretty mature.
Oh yeah,
but
no
20 years old, you don't. No offense, 20-year-olds, you don't know shit.
It put a lot of things into perspective, man. I had to sometimes I'd have to leave work and have him at work with me and do this and do that and go get this for him. And like one time, me and his mom had split up by this time, but it was like 30 below outside and she needed milk for him. And I'm like, well, I gotta go. I don't want her to take him out in this. So sacrifices, man, but I love it. And I'm a very proud father. I always let it be known I'm a father. Even from like dating somebody new, like I let them know, hey, I have a child. Like I don't, maybe you don't want to do with kids, but I got one. So if so, that ain't gonna work. But, so.
So happy Father's Day to all
Happy
the guys out there.
Father's Day.
Father's Day. You want to know what this is? I hope this doesn't. This is a hot take. You know what I hate on Father's Day? Okay, so after blessings for happy. Father's
Also,
Day.
stop calling your kids accidents. Maybe you didn't plan them, but a damn human life ain't no accident.
And not only that, but the one that bothers me is like the chicks that'll post on Father's Day, like, hey, shout out to all you single moms who are the mom and the dad.
No.
And I'm not trying to do me a hot take, but like, Mother's Day exists.
Yeah, you're a phenomenal mother, but you'll never be a father, and it's fine. You're a great mother.
Yeah, just like, I feel like females be offended if I was like, hey, on Mother's Day, shout out to all you single dads.
Yeah, who play both roles and doing what you gotta do to make ends meet.
Yeah, so.
No, man. Give them happy Mother's Day when it's that time. But ma'am, you're just a great mother. Not just. I don't want to say just. That makes it sound like less.
You are a great
You are a great mother. You're just not a father. So. Happy Father's Day.
So now it is the random fact.
A random fact. So this fits perfectly with the things we're talking about.
How weird.
So for those who don't know, if you've listened to at least a few episodes, you would know that I, Jaquan M. Davis, aka Sheldon Saskatoon, I'm very articulate or erudite. Look it up if you don't know what it means.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
And there's There's a lot of word, like, so there's a word for just about anything you can think of, right?
Absolutely.
So I came across this word and I was just fascinated. Like, there's a word for that? So there's this word. I'm going to say it and you tell me if you have any idea what it could possibly mean.
Okay.
And I guarantee you'll be wrong. Nullipera.
Nullipera?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to go out. I'm thinking so null, like to nullify something, and para would be like, I feel like that's four, so I don't know. I don't know, like to nullify four things at once. I don't know.
You had no idea.
Not even close.
Nullipera is a woman who's never given birth, Nick.
Really?
Yes. A nullipera, or she could say that I'm nulliparous. But yeah, it's a woman who's never given birth in any capacity. So even if like a woman, maybe was pregnant, but, had it aborted or may have unfortunately had a miscarriage or whatever the case may have been, if she's never given birth, she's a nullipera. Some are by choice and others are because of, more complicated reasons. But yeah, nullipera or nulliparous.
What would you have done if I'd have been like right away, just like, oh, that's a woman who's never given birth?
I would have said, let's scrap this episode because I came in hot with the dramatics.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee.
So I'm going to quickly interject because this happened last night while I was at Denny's with Felicia and Katie. We were eating and something brought up. We were talking about like we were being like just stupid and you know how like the
per usual.
Yeah, the
you
new,
all
like,
are very stupid.
The like when people are like America, you know.
Oh God.
So something brought that up, and somebody said America, and then I said Merkin, and they were thinking I was saying like American, and I was like Merkin. I was like no, I was like American is a thing, and I was sitting there thinking I'm like American is something. So do you know what American is?
What is American?
So it's not American, a Merkin, like so American. So Merkin.
It's one word.
Merkin is the word. Merkin is the word. Do you know what it is?
No.
So, and here's the funny thing. I just, for whatever reason, I was like, I feel like it has something to do with like the genital area for a female. And I was right. Merkin, go ahead and Google it, is fake pubes. It's like a wig for pubic hair. Dead ass.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Why is that a thing?
But
who would want fake pubes?
I don't know, but yeah.
What would be the purpose?
Yeah, I guess
like why? How long do you?
And also, how do you apply it? You know, like how like.
Like I just have so many questions.
Yeah, and what was funny, so when I brought it up and I was like, I think it has to do with like, like something like feminine, whatever. And then Felicia looked it up and she's like, how did you know that? And sincerely was like, I don't know.
Like, yeah, you knew it because you're the smartest man, greatest man that ever
come on, you
exists.
No, okay.
He's phenomenal.
Okay, so every time you've heard a word, you remember where you heard it from?
No, I'm just saying you're just a spectacular guy.
Well, yeah, you're
of course, you already knew that.
Yeah.
You know everything. No, that's nullipera and merkin. Add them to your vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to really add merkin to your vocabulary.
It's like, what even scenario?
What scenario are you gonna buy?
What would?
When somebody's like, man, I just wish I had more pubes, and you're like, wait a minute, hey, hold up,
you could get a merkin.
If you want to stop being nullipera, you got to get a merkin.
Yeah, get the merkin. You won't be a nullipera. All right, so let's get into our final.
Okay.
Subject of the week.
WTF news headlines.
Okay, let me jump in hot with the first one I saw. I got 3 of them that I really blew my mind.
Are you gonna do all 3 today?
I mean, we still got like 7 minutes.
Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah. Go.
Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna try to at least get.
You do one, I'll do mine.
Okay. So there's a guy, a Florida man.
Of course.
Yeah, that's
most of these could be applied.
Florida man. So he's on trial for a double murder, killing his wife and his son, one of his children. I think maybe his daughter. But he is defending himself, and this man seems to be clinically insane. Like he just been watching Law and Order and just straight up like criminal type dramas. Like he just in the court hollering all angry and passionate and stuff. And I'm like, bro, the judge
You
is
can't handle the truth.
basically, and the judge is looking like, yeah, bro, you might as well go and get in the jail because just hop in the jail
Yeah, you
real
just
quick.
wanna just go ahead and
You
just-
might as well just save us all some time. So that's I think that was one of the craziest ones I've seen this week. But I do have another that's really, really crazy.
You want to do it real fast? That was a short one. So
Oh, was it
just-
short? But oh, okay. Well, shit, I got to do all three, and you could fire them off. They're all quick. I don't
Okay,
really
yeah, okay.
have too much background
Okay,
on
I
them.
guess, all right, that's fair.
So the second one, this dude sold a car with his dead girlfriend's body in it.
Jesus.
Yes, he is locked the F up.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So, well, you never know. He could have got away. He could have.
Well, I mean, what's he gonna?
If it's
what's
just like a hand.
What's his alibi? Like, this guy bought my car and then killed my
I
girlfriend.
mean, he could have fled, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and who knows how long? I don't know how long it actually
Yours
took him
are
to
all
discover
really
that.
dark.
Okay, so this one isn't dark.
This
It's
one's not
just
dark,
it's just
okay.
weird. So there's these twin sisters who are gonna marry the same dude
Oh, wow.
and have children with him, and they said we consider ourselves one person. Yeah, so WTF
That is
headlines of the week.
That is weird. I could understand the dynamic of an open relationship where it's a throuple.
Yeah. I respect it.
No,
I don't want no parts
no,
of it
yeah,
though. But
I get it.
respect
And I also think that we're living in more of an era where people just kind of more accepting of
Yeah, polyamory is everywhere.
it's getting more common. So I get that side of it, but with a sibling,
Yeah,
that's
weird.
strange.
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
because that
We
because
could- the fact that they consider themselves one person is one of the most
that's strange too,
bizarre
but just in
things.
the intimate setting as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming that
Absolutely.
that's very strange.
That's
so.
not the first scenario that's happened like that, though. There was a guy who had, I don't remember if they were twins, but they were sisters, and he got them both pregnant, and they were all living together.
That
So
is
he
weird.
was Uncle Daddy.
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah, okay, yeah, wait,
Daddy.
yeah, that would
Uncle
weird.
Daddy. Yeah. But I think, like, if they're twins, though, and they have a baby by the same man, I would think that genetically those children are siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's.
Well, yeah, because they're twins.
Yeah, they're
And
twins, so they got the same DNA. And then you got the gentleman. He's
So genetically, yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
on,
but I
on
mean,
a, like, a scientific,
technically,
it's a
yeah.
scientific
Yeah,
technical
so,
term.
kinda
So,
weird.
so mine, and here's mine, okay, and this is one that just boggles my mind. All right, so there's this artist who recently sold a piece of work for $30,000. Okay,
$30,000.
so could you imagine spending $30,000 for a piece of art?
No.
So that in itself is pretty common, up in the
Yeah.
the upper echelon of the world. But you want to know what the piece of art was?
What was it, Nicholas?
Nothing, Jay. It was an invisible sculpture. $30,000 for an invisible sculpture.
Why would you even be? Oh yeah. I'll take it. I need 30K.
And it was that generic, because I think they interviewed him in the generic thing of like, oh, it's open to your interpretation of what the sculpture is.
Oh my God.
$30,000. Somebody bought nothing, bro. Just
So
nothing.
there's not like a little platform
No,
thing for it, or nothing. So
nothing.
just nothingness.
30,000.
All right, can't wait till that sculpture gets here.
Yeah, yep.
That sculpture's
Imagine,
gonna look good in the
Yeah,
back.
I think about being in like a house party, like some ritzy one, and being like,
Hey,
in an art
man.
exhibit. I'm like, hey, did you see my sculpture?
Y'all getting a little too rowdy. Watch my sculpture.
Yeah,
now.
and just this empty fucking like a light over it, just nothing.
I want to talk to the person who bought that.
I want to talk to the guy who made, because so the guy who sold it for $30,000. I respect his hustle.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
good,
man.
good for you, buddy.
I understand you.
Yeah.
You do what you do, but
The guy who bought it.
it's like, yeah.
How
it's-
rich do you got to be to spend $30,000
It's very
on nothing?
elegant. I like that.
Yeah, that's
It's very elegant. Yeah, yes.
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. This is beyond your tax bracket.
30 G's for a
That is
an
insane,
invisible
bro.
sculpture.
That you just wasted money at that
Oh,
point. Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
just wasting. Probably got a gold toilet and all that other goofy shit too. But
So,
yeah.
So I thought that's my what WTF news headline.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any WTF news stories you've seen for the week, jump in the comment section and let us know about them. Also, just jump in the comment section anyway. Send some emojis or something.
Let's throw out a random would you rather right now.
Okay.
Okay, do you have one?
Would you rather be super sticky or super itchy?
Oh, that's a good one.
What would you pick one? Get in the comment section. Let us know what you would rather do.
What would you rather do?
So this is extremes of either of these.
Okay, yeah. So this is super sticky,
super sticky,
super itchy.
Super itchy.
Okay.
I am going to cease existence.
I'm gonna jump off of a cliff.
I'm just not. I'm done living life, bro. It's difficult because it's like either one of those are gonna make your life very difficult.
Yeah,
like you ever had an insane itch? Like you're doing something like you have to stop,
and you can't, and the way it won't go away. The ones that,
So like even your back, and you got to rub it against the wall or whatever,
or carpet. I'll get carpet. Yeah.
But imagine that, but like times 10.
Oh, bro.
All over your body.
Okay, the way you're explaining it right there, I'm just gonna interject quickly. I'm 1,000% picking sticky.
Sticky, but with sticky, like.
So are
it's
we
almost
talking
like it's super duper sticky, like you're covered in syrup.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. So am I just sticky, or is there a sticky substance that's just emitting from me?
Both.
So like
Both.
So like if I like put my hand on the desk, I pull it away.
Yeah,
and it's stringy.
Yeah,
that sounds awful too, but I would take that over itchy.
Imagine how the summer
they're
would be.
They're both awful, bro.
Yeah, they're both terrible. Imagine how the summer would be.
Just sticky.
I feel like
you'd have to throw every pair of clothes away when you're done. Yeah. Just like peel it off you at the end of it.
Peel it off. You give somebody a hug and they're just, now your goo is all over them. That sounded awful. I'm sorry. That is terrible. But I feel like I'm leaning towards itchy, man. Cause
that would drive me to insanity.
It would too. But I mean, at least you're the only one affected.
So are you?
But itchy? You're probably going to be in a bad mood all the time.
So I feel like a more fair scenario is like, so is your entire body itchy all the time?
Yes.
Or okay, because
everywhere is itchy, everywhere is sticky.
Okay, both of them. I still think sticky. I feel like itchy all the time. Like I got a couple of days before I'm just like driving into head-on traffic. Like this.
Yeah, I mean, but
just itchy all the time.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
I'd rather be sticky.
But then you're being super sticky. Like everybody is subjected to that. Whereas if you're itchy, they're kind of just subjected to your attitude.
Fuck all those other people.
Damn. Okay. Well, shit. All right, get in the comment sections, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you like to be itchy or sticky? If you had to choose.
If you had to choose one extreme or the other, itchy or sticky. Super duper sticky.
Pretty awful scenario. All right.
Sticky.
So you have been once again tuned into another episode of the Young Old Heads podcast. I am Nicholas Fletcher.
I am Jake Juan Davis.
This is the hip hop adjacent podcast where we talk a little bit about everything and a whole lot about nothing.
And one more thing I want to add on a real legitimate note, ladies and gentlemen, kids, remember. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. I'm out.
And you rolled it. It's a mic drop. Bye.